going to be going over that Krait Mark II build that I showed previously in the last video that I posted. I'm going to run you guys through exactly what we have on it and what was done. The first thing that we're going to take a look at is our hardpoints, and as you can see we have 3 Gauss cannons. None of them are like pre-engineered or anything, they're just standard Gauss cannons. Then we have 2 beam lasers, 1 large and then 1 small. The reason for that is to drop shields on interceptors, and they are engineered with efficient weapon grade 2, and I would recommend getting thermal vent so that way you can drop your heat as you're fighting, because obviously when using the Gauss cannons you heat up pretty quickly. Next we have our utility, which is shield boosters. We have 2 of these. The shield boosters have heavy duty grade 3 on them. This is very useful to help with battling Goids. We also have a heat sink launcher, which is pre-engineered, so that way you get the 4th launch to allow yourself to cool better, which is very important when fighting Thargoid. And then last but not least, we have our shutdown field neutralizer, just to keep from going down in the middle of a fight. Next up is our core internal. We have military grade composite with heavy duty and deep plating. You need that deep plating for what this build is for. Also have a 7A power plant with armored, and it's also using thermal spread. We have our thrusters with grade 3 dirty drives and also thermal spread to help with that. Our 5A frameshift drive is used to get back and forth between systems, which is very important. Our life support is A because we need that extra time, because the Krait build itself tends to lose its canopy, and it's important to have those long extra times to be able to get to a station, which this build is made for station use. You're kind of relying on that station if you have basilisks or medusas, especially if you have hydras drop in on you. Last thing I'll show you is our power distributor, which is a 7E. To be honest, that should be a 7A. We have a charge enhanced power distributor with super conduits to allow for more flow through engines, systems, and weapons. For our bi-weave shield generator, we are using grade 5 reinforced shields with fast charge. Fast charge is pretty important because you will be using it. You will need it during your fights, and even then you'll be shieldless 90% of the time anyways. Next up is a Guardian shield reinforcement. It's not really useful, but it does work, does its job. And then we have hull reinforcement packages, a lot of them, all with heavy duty grade 5 and deep plating. Deep plating and grade 5 are super important. You will be using this ship basically as a battering ram sometimes to get shield down if you want to get a quick kill on a Cyclops. Then we have our shield cell bank, which is also important. You need it just to be able to recharge shields, and then a Guardian module reinforcement package and Super Cruise Assist if you want it, but you will need the Advanced Planetary Approach Suite just because you're going to be going in and out of ground stations a lot, and that's the best way to fight Goids. Now I'm going to show you some footage of me taking down a Cyclops. We start off by basically angering it. Luckily the AI pilots have already irritated it enough. I am actually playing in a private group, so there are no other pilots to help me with this fight. I'm just trying to show you how easy it is to take down a basic Cyclops, which you can take down basilisks with this pretty easily as well. But my recommendation is, if you want quick kills, Cyclopses are the way to go. And with the current instancing issues, you can have a ton of money basically stacked up because Cyclopses will just non-stop spawn. Obviously, first thing you want to do is get it angered, expose that heart, and just take it down. Now, my recommendation is don't stick around like I do here. the best way to do it is to kind of fly off, so that way you don't get targeted by the caustic missiles. And if you, say, don't have shields, you can kind of run away before the field shutdown goes off. Here I'm just peppering it with lasers to check to see if the shields are still up, because obviously I don't have a Xeno scanner, which would be helpful, but the shield boosters are a little more important. And now shields are down, so I will fight, get the heart exposed, start tapping it. I'm overheating pretty crazily, so I pop a heat sink, start tapping it some more, and take it down. Now here I'm just kind of peppering it to pepper it. I don't know why. I'm gonna guess I was kind of irritated after a recent experience with a Hydra that I had, or a Medusa. I had a pretty bad experience with a Medusa right before this. And here I get hit by the caustic missiles. I'm not really caring that much because I'm overheating anyways to get rid of the caustic damage. Again, more or less just testing to see if shields are up, and now that I know they're down, I'm going to take shots at them to get the heart exposed. Once that heart's exposed, usually I switch over and pop a heat sink. This time I did not, which was my own fault, and I get Zeused, so there's a good time. But because of the way this ship is built, it can take it, and it doesn't really care. You can get Zeused multiple times in this ship without any real issues. As you can see, just kind of trying to get him to face me at this point, and he doesn't, so I just take down the heart from the side. Now is my smart move. I'm going to try to move away, get a little distance between me and him, and there's the shutdown field. Activated my neutralizer, didn't really matter, and for some reason the caustic missile that he launched at me just completely missed. So I'm going to go back in, start peppering him with an assault, and I go to hit him there, and I do actually successfully hit him and take down his shields. So now the plan is to basically attack. Give it all that I got, testing for shields with the beam lasers, and hit him. Now that the heart's exposed, again, recapture, get on point, and start hitting that heart. Now again, of course, he decides to fly away, so I chase him down, trying to get him to face me, so that way I can get a clear shot on that heart. And through the mist, I start to hit it, and there it goes. And now he's attacking me with a Zeus. And again, like I said, this ship can take it. The whole point of this ship was to be just a tank. A tank build to just take any damage, especially from a Cyclops. And here come the caustic missiles, and I start to fly away, but then I get hit by one anyways. So I say screw it and head back in. And to overheat, I start shooting my Gauss cannons, and then I aim directly on him to shoot my Gauss cannons at him, so that way I can overheat and damage him at the same time. It's kind of like a two stones, one bird. One bird, one stone, two birds? I don't know. Either way, it works out. End up getting the shields down. And he goes to Zeus me, and I take down the shields with my hull. Mind you, again, this thing is made for straight up just messing stuff up. Goes to Zeus me, and I hit him one last time, and he is down. I'd like to say thank you for watching the video, and have a great day.